Hello and welcome to Teaching My Cat to Read, the very serious book review podcast. I'm Eli.
I'm Em.
And I'm Lottie. And this week on our mini episode, we're discussing everything about Temeraire, His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik.
Because the previous full 2 episodes we did weren't enough.
Yeah, we couldn't fit everything into 2 episodes, but 15 more minutes and we'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, again, Temeraire we read in series 1. It was actually the first of our double bill because we loved it so much we did 2 hours.
It was an unplanned double bill.
Yeah, the spontaneous
Like, you know that Davina McCall meme of her being like, oh, do you want another one? But I remember from John Prescott posting it during the cabinet resignations in June of last year.
Yeah.
I missed all the best Twitter jokes on that, I think.
Yeah, we recorded 1 episode of Temeraire, and then the next time we were set to record, we were just like, I kind of want to do more Temeraire.
Just do another one. One.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to ask the questions that we didn't ask the first
The vital
time round.
questions, the questions everybody wants to know the answers to. The questions on everybody's lips.
First one, mansplain, manipulate, male wife. Which one? Who is who?
So I think Laurence is male wife.
I think that's fair.
I think that's... Yeah. He's like, let me follow around after you and pack all your stuff up for you because the way you're folding it is going to make me have an aneurysm. That feels very male wife to me.
I would like to put forward Rankin for mansplain.
Yeah.
Because he tries to convince Laurence to be to his dragon in a very this is just how it's done.
The way he behaves to what's her face? Young dragon captain who I love, whose name I have forgotten even though I love her.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Jane?
The cool lady.
No.
Yes. No, I think she is called Jane, is she not?
No.
Yes. Oh no,
it's Catherine.
The other one.
So I'm thinking of the baby one that is not Lawrence's girlfriend.
Oh, the one who's...
Not to be madly reductive.
Emily?
No, okay, less baby. Middle baby.
I was just like...
Listeners, can you tell we're all really awake?
Can you tell we're recording this at night time?
Catherine Harcourt.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's that. We got there eventually.
Is that the one whose dragon is called Lily?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's the first hint. We're introduced to her and Rankin in the same scene, and the first hint that we have that Rankin is a bad un is that she seems really uncomfortable with him, and he keeps calling her Miss instead of Captain.
Captain, which is her title. Yeah.
I'm not sure if we really have a particularly strong candidate for manipulate. I mean, I guess unless you're counting Rankin's kind of the way he treats Levitas, but I feel like it's not calculated enough. It is just that he doesn't give a
The entire social structure of Empire? I don't know.
No valid point. The existence of the Navy and the Aerial Corps to start with. Anytime Laurence is like, we must for king and country, you wouldn't want to leave your friends behind, would you? To convince Temeraire that war is good, actually. Actually, that's not fair. I'm being mean to Laurence. I don't think he really does that intentionally.
Well, I did have a glance at the TV Tropes page in preparation for this episode. But the thing is that the TV Tropes page does not separate off this book from the rest of the series. So I did get a tiny little bit spoiled, and it turns out that the rest of the series is all about imperialism and how it's bad, actually.
Oh, yeah. They go really heavy on the actually.
I mean, I suspect, come season 4 of this podcast, we'll probably be doing more of Temeraire series.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Although I think, again, we get one more freebie on the, Empire is bad, but peripherally is season 2. And then I think 3 and 4, actually just 3 onwards. It's like, okay.
Yes. This is the vibe that I have received from glancing through the TV Tropes page.
Did we ever for this book ask who was the only human in the Muppets adaptation of this book?
I
don't think we did.
I don't have a strong opinion on this one because I feel like is Temeraire what do the dragons count as?
Because I do think that if you let the Jim Henson
humans.
Company do dragons,
Yeah, the dragons
I feel
are
like
dragons.
you'd get some good out of that.
They're dragon Muppets, yes?
Yes, but they're still dragons. Yeah, they're dragon Muppets, but they're still dragons.
I don't know, because I think it's too obvious to make it Laurence, even though it is kind of like he is the outsider there.
No, but Kermit would be Laurence.
Laurence is...
Like 100% Kermit would be Laurence.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm just picturing Miss Piggy with like the eye patch and like the Roland.
Oh, we've got to have
Oh
that.
man, yes.
So Laurence is the Blorbo, so he's Kermit. Yes. Well, if sentences that absolutely make sense, don't ask.
Yeah.
It.
If you don't have Tumblr brain rot and
Yeah. So who is the human? Like his dad? His dad?
that's quite funny.
Yeah, and the dad is played by Michael Caine. Like that just, it's the one human, then by one human's Michael Caine, and that's it.
I don't know. I feel like Tim Curry would also have
That
an
is
absolute
true.
whale of the time being the human in the
is there
Muppet
a good contender
adaptation.
for a Tim Curry character?
Nobody's
to be just
camping off.
salacious?
If you're gonna be doing the, not that I'm stereotyping him as, no, what's the word for you when you do that for actors? Typecasting, because the main things I've seen him in are Rocky Horror, Muppets Treasure Island, and that one scene where he's like, I'm going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space.
The spouse and I were laughing about that in the car today, actually, just completely unrelatedly. And thinking about if you haven't seen, if dear listeners, if you haven't seen this video, I can't remember what it's from, but it's Tim Curry saying the words like, "We're going to go to the one place that capitalism has not yet reached," or something. Space, and he is corpsing. He is cracking up in this take, and it begs the question: how many outtakes were there that were worse than that? And who has the tapes?
Yeah.
And what favours do I have to do in order to to see those outtakes?
Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really stuck on this one because either the aviators all have to be Muppets, or the aviators are the sane ones, and the aviators are the humans, and Laurence is the Muppet, and all the polite society people are Muppets. What is truth?
I think there can only be one human. I feel like it has to be.
I mean, you say that, but like we're holding to it, and that's the question. But like in Muppets films, there is usually more than one human. There's usually like one main human, but like
that's true.
Treasure Island is definitely a two-hander between Jim Hawkins and Tim Curry in terms of the humans. So
yeah,
we have a bit more flexibility. But also, I tell you what it actually means that this book can never be a Muppets adaptation is because there is no dynamic duo to be Gonzo and Rizzo.
Yeah.
Well, the dynamic duo is obviously Laurence and Temeraire, but then it's just Kermit and Temeraire.
Okay, they don't have Gonzo Rizzo energy though.
That's true. They're a different kind of dynamic duo.
Would they be like the pair, but in the bar, like behind the bar at like the barracks, like the people running the bar at the barracks?
Oh yeah, no, they're narrating it. They're like, look at this loser who's come in. He's got the best dragon ever, and he doesn't know.
Well, that's what they are in Christmas Carol, right? They're not characters from the book.
Yeah, no, they're doing the narration. I'm here for the story, and I'm here for the food.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Also, there's no good candidates, I don't think, for Statler and Waldorf either.
Yeah, breaks my heart.
At which point your Muppets adaptation just falls apart. Honestly,
why are you even doing it at that point?
Yeah, exactly. I was actually going to ask, like, I mean, we fairly thoroughly covered, like, whether you could do this as a Muppets adaptation. But, like, thinking of other, like, iconic things that, like, do adaptations. Like, would Studio Ghibli or Muppets do this better? Like, which, if you're going to pick one?
Oh, Studio Ghibli. I'm trying to think of a suitable, safe to put on the air phrase. I would do immoral things for this as a Studio Ghibli movie, I think. Like, this and The Hobbit as Studio Ghibli.
See, I think I'm stronger on The Hobbit as Studio Ghibli.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Partly that's because The Hobbit doesn't have a good adaptation, so...
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, I don't know that Temeraire has any... Actually, I do know that it doesn't have any adaptations, because Peter Jackson did option them ages ago.
Oh,
and the rights have since reverted back to Naomi Novik, yeah. He never did anything with them.
Oh,
See, I don't know if I trust him, because on the one hand, Lord of the Rings, but on the other hand, The Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's
and I haven't
really
seen
tricky.
any of his other stuff.
I guess it's also a question of how much do the studios have power over it.
That's true.
Like, I feel...
Me looking at my framed portrait of Guillermo del Toro, like, you are the only bitch I trust.
Cursed adaptation idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've instantly forgot what my idea was. It was so cursed that my brain blanked it out.
The people who adapted the Witcher series?
No, the people who did Persuasion, the new Persuasion.
Oh.
The fourth wall breaking. We made Anne what's-her-face sassy, like...
Oh, Jesus.
That was just like an absolute train wreck of an adaptation. I think we might need to I
think we need to hate watch it. And record ourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a bonus episode content, of how much we hate.
With actual clips from us watching it live, presumably drunk.
And screaming.
Yeah, just voice notes of us, like, just screaming.
What other cursed adaptation could you do with this? I don't think it would be cursed, but did any of you ever see the Neverending Story movie?
Oh, no, I didn't.
There's this pink fluffy dragon in it, and it's this sort of big puppetry, big sort of almost animatronic. And it has this. It might be because I watched it as a child when I had like an extremely high temperature, but it's got this sort of dreamlike, weird quality to it, which is completely in keeping with what that movie is. But I sort of feel like you could do a very weird, borderline creepy sort of thing with the dragons.
Yeah, so see, this is what I feel about Studio Ghibli doing it, right? Because I feel like you could kind of go, especially with the first one, you could kind of go either way. Because you could hit a sort of more Howl's Moving Castle-esque note where, like, the horrors of war are sort of present and it is, thematically key, if not, like, we don't spend a lot of time there. But the rest of it is still very Studio Ghibli, with soft and pottering along, and you get the breathing space and everything's very pretty. Or you could do Princess Mononoke.
Yes, exactly. Basically, Studio Ghibli, I don't feel like they could go wrong. I don't feel like they could adapt something badly, to be honest.
Do you know what
if anybody disagrees with me, I don't want to hear it.
So, Editor Row here, just jumping in for those of you currently screaming at your smartphones. Yes, I am a noted Ghibli fan and Earthsea fan, and I know. But for everyone who doesn't know, and for Eli, let's just leave them in blissful ignorance.
I was going to say, I think if we were going to steal from Austen adaptations, I feel like I'd be really interested to see what the team that made the new Emma film did with it.
That was good. That was good fun.
In terms of, like, just, like, being very colourful and very, like... Yeah, I don't know. The specific comedy of the whole, the servants are very present in scenes and everybody's just pretending that they aren't there, but like they're very much there and it's super awkward. I feel like that kind of plays well with some of the themes of Temeraire. Although I guess they left fewer drawing rooms, so I guess that particular version of that humour wouldn't really play all that well.
Yeah.
We didn't actually do Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Do we have time?
I think we've got a couple of minutes. Let's go. Quick.
Got a couple of minutes.
Quick. Okay, I think Rankin once again is kind of... We've got Gaslight there a little bit. Although I think Lawrence's dad also, the whole, like, you have disgraced me by doing the right thing. That whole conversation felt very, I am ignoring everything that you are saying and telling you how things are.
Jane Rowland is girl boss, right?
A girl boss affectionate. But that clarification is necessary because I tend to default to using it with brackets derogatory behind it.
Villainous or did Margaret Thatcher effectively use less girl power?
Absolutely.
Girl boss. Who's Gatekeep?
Oh, the Navy officers.
My gosh.
The ones that, like, they go to dinner with them and Laurence is like, if it were not for the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you. But as it is, I'm gonna say something that, in Regency terms is unspeakably rude, and to you and I just sounds like a very polite brush off.
Having now seen the equivalent scene in Our Flag Means Death, I want to go back and reread that book. Because it's the same scene, isn't it? It's these people, I suppose no, because Laurence was previously well respected among these people. But it's I have found for myself a new and better way of being, and now I have to go back and sort of confront the worst, like the sort of worst parts of the things I used to think were good and now I realise aren't.
Yeah. This is making me I'm circling back on there's no queerness, there's no gonzo. Lawrence gender things, maybe? I'm having gender thoughts about Laurence now. This is bad.
Well, you've got this constructed idea of, like, what it is to be a man in society, and then the Ariel Core are kind of just outside all of those norms. and gender is a socially constructed norm. So
and thinking about, you know, him being our like main category for male wife as well, like the fact that he's very good at his job, but like a lot of what we hear from him in terms of like wanting stuff in this book is fairly domestic.
Yeah.
And he's not actually like, you know, he's like, obviously we will do our duty for king and country, but he's not thrilled about the idea of taking Temeraire, scholar, gentleman, all-round nerd to a battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Or like, you know, killing people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. No, I'm no more fanfictions.
Much to think about.
No more fanfictions in which I project my gender things onto random
Lads, I'll be
borbos.
honest, I don't think we actually covered all of Temeraire in this episode.
I think we're going to have to do it again, guys. I think we're just going to have to...
no!
We'll just do
so sad.
another mini episode. We'll just do more. But if you do want to go and listen to our original review, it's episodes 14 and 15 of series 1, which you can find on our website, because that has all the podcast episodes there with all the major podcast platforms. And when you go to your podcast platform, just remember to subscribe. Lovely little subscribe button, or follow, I think it is now. Might not. I keep saying subscribe, and I'm pretty sure most of them follow.
The thing is, we all absorbed the like and subscribe, even without. I don't know about you, Lottie. I'm not a YouTube person really, but still, I have absorbed the don't forget to like and subscribe.
Exactly.
It lives rent free in my brain.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you get updates when I go live. We don't go live, it's fine. And don't forget to send us a nice little message as well, telling us that you like us and that you like our vibes.
Yeah, and it does make us genuinely happy. And also there is actually a bell on Spotify where you can get notified when the podcast drops, so you can hit the bell on Spotify.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Hit that bell. And if you want to send us a message, you can do so via our website, and you can recommend us some books to read. But for now, we'll send you big virtual hugs, and we will see you next time. Bye.